Hello, everybody. Welcome to Action Theater Presents Hard Rain from 1998, starring Christian Slater and Morgan Freeman. We're at a later time. I have some scheduling that conflicts with our time, but that's only going to be temporary for hopefully a month or less. So, um, we will revert, hopefully be able to revert back to our normal schedule time. uh Deleted, uh who's always my gracious co-host, have anything to say about Hard Rain?
Yes. Good evening to everybody out there in YouTube sphere. This comes to us from former James Cameron director of photography, Michael Solomon. This is an earlier directing effort from him. It is based on a script from Graham Yost, who also wrote Speed, our film from a couple of weeks ago, Broken Arrow, and he also wrote on Band of Brothers as well. We have Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, Minnie Driver, Betty White, Richard Dysart, Mark Rolston, who you might remember from Aliens, and of course Cousin Eddie himself, Randy Quaid. And some other familiar faces that we'll point out along the way. Synopsis reads as follows. The partner and nephew of an armored truck driver tries to prevent $3 million from being taken by a gang during a catastrophic flooding caused by a severe storm. All right. Runtime is it's from 1998. Runtime 97 minutes. Rated R. If you enjoy action films, you might like this one, and it's pretty fast paced, so it doesn't outstay its welcome. I still have this on DVD on a double bill with Wesley Snipes' Drop Zone, a movie I'm sure we'll be doing at some point down the line. And this is a fun one.
Yeah.
It's not the best movie ever made. It's not trying to be. It's
Yeah.
just a fun action movie, kind of action heist / disaster movie as well. I do want to say hello to everyone who is joining us right now in the chat. FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. We also have Faithful Blue Wrench, channel member. Bird Woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary. Dark Woods Presents is also joining us. He says, like this movie because it wasn't bad, but not good enough to watch again. Good luck. Oh, give it another chance with us. There are, yeah. This is definitely a fun watch. I agree. So, all right. I do want to remind everybody that this is live. So this is a commentary track. Kind of think of it as like a fan commentary track that you would find here on YouTube. Unfortunately, due to YouTube's guidelines and the fact this movie is not yet public domain, we can't show it to you. You can join us live on Cosme. You can sync in with your own copy, as I'll be doing, and
it's also probably on Tubi, I think.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on Tubi or certainly Amazon, maybe even Netflix. Who knows? It's definitely out there. It's easy to find. So as much as we would love to show the movie to you live, we can't due to YouTube's guidelines. So, if you're going to go into the comments, the best thing that we can suggest is with because those of us who are content creators, we want to show you these things. We want to point you in the direction. It's just that there are times when we just can't do it. And one of the things that Bill and I have been talking about for a while now is we want to do more public domain films. So, we will eventually get to those as well. But for tonight, if you are live, you'll have to join us on Cosme or with your own copy or on streaming, unfortunately, as much as we would like to do so. So kick back, relax. If you're on the East Coast like me, where it's almost 7 p.m., dinner time, dinner and a movie.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that? All right.
Yeah,
So,
and like I said, it gets over quick. It's not a long film at all.
Like I said, it's 97 minutes. It's a very, very fast paced film, and it's interesting where some of the characters go to. So, yeah. Enough of my yakking. Let's get to it.
Okay. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
The Paramount Pictures logo. I love. It's a Paramount film, so probably on Paramount Plus, I would think.
Yeah. So you could probably just find it on Paramount. Yeah.
Mark Gordon and Gary Levinson production. This is also the producers of Speed as well.
Morgan Freeman. Mm-hmm. Christian Slater.
Randy Quaid. I love this opening shot. I mean, I know it's special effects in places, but this great one shot here. Ed Asner. You should pretty much be able to recognize everybody in this movie as a very familiar face. Mark Ralston, of course, from Aliens, played Drake. Music by Christopher Young. Also did Hellraiser, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
Paul Hirsch, editor. So very well known. Yeah, a lot of familiar faces, not only in front of, but behind the camera as well. Graham Yost.
Look, all the towns. This is neat because all the towns' businesses have got boarded up, and hoping they won't get flooded.
Yeah. We're all going to die.
Till the levees break, right?
Yeah. Ray Baker, because you might remember him as the villain in Silverado. And he's gone.
Yeah.
Or alligators. Oh, wrong movie. Sorry.
Yeah, that's Crawl. Oh,
That's Crawl.
yeah. Happy Thursday to you, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you.
Oh.
Connie Clearly, the bird lady of YouTube. It's always good to see you. The link, if anybody's interested, is pinned. Should be pinned at the top of our chats.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to watch along.
We're just a few minutes into the film. So,
Yeah, we're about 5 minutes into
oh,
it
yeah.
so far. There's Ed Eisner. He's giving him a hard time about his eyebrows.
Oh, come on. Let's see the caterpillars.
Those are mighty eyebrows he was sporting. It's been a couple of years since I've seen this. Probably was back when it came out.
Oh.
It's been well over a decade since I've seen this. Almost probably two. Almost probably two. I think that's a safe, but it's probably been at least 2 decades since I've seen this.
No, no, no. You were not in Postal. That was Zach Ward. And remember the movie that I brought up during our 10 Worst show, Bill? Armor? This is a better version of the same movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whoops.
Yep. That's why in severe weather you got to really watch your roads, and because roads can become rivers. And I'm sorry if your car doesn't have a snorkel on it, and you get caught in one of those washes. It's bad news for you and your car.
Of course, one of the cool things about this movie is the fact that they do go back to some of these locations multiple times, and you can see, like that, for example, the statue that we see into town square at the beginning, in the opening scene. You see how far the water is rising as time goes by. Mm.
Are you hell? Are you even sheriff anymore?
For anyone who has always said that Betty White is always likable, okay, you haven't seen this movie. I'm pretty
I,
sure this is like a prequel to her character in Lake Placid.
yeah, I liked that episode in or that movie Lake Placid.
Is this the man you were looking for? He seemed taller.
And we're off.
Yep.
Morgan Freeman playing a bad guy. Yeah, well, he has to retire, right?
Eventually. Yeah.
No, you killed my driver. You killed Ed. You killed Eddie.
Never mind then. Hides the money in the crypt and goes for help. Kind of sounds like the 24 music a little bit, doesn't it? And, hello to Enigma Severus. You're at 20 minutes and 35 seconds into Hard Rain. Look you. Whoop. All righty. Little technical situation, folks. Give us a second. Get the movie back up here shortly. All right. We've momentarily lost Cosme, but don't worry, we'll be back. This will give anybody time who is following along with us. As Tim is bringing up here in the chat, it's time to go off and get a snack or a nice beverage while we are working backstage to get things back up to speed. When we do, it'll be 23 minutes and 45 seconds into the film. Yep. That was a poopy. Yeah. Yeah. All righty. All right. So folks in the chat, is this the first time your first time watching this movie? Let me know what you think so far. Um, All right. I am sounding better and feeling a little bit better as well. Yeah, I'm taking things day by day, and once again, folks, let me reiterate that if you have a medical issue, do not let it fester. Go to your doctor, follow medical advice, and all that good stuff. Um, yeah, your body will tell you when something is wrong, so don't ignore it. All right. Bill, are you with us, Bill? I'm not hearing you if you're speaking. Okay. All right. Um I am seeing a spinning circle, so I think we're about to get back up and running. Um we'll give it a second. These technical issues, they do happen from time to time. I do want to once again say hello to the people who are joining us here in the chat. Oh, okay. Um, Bill, if you can hear me, we stopped at 23 minutes and 45 seconds. All right. And really, honestly, who didn't want to drive a jet ski down the hallways of their high school in the middle of a flood? I mean, I would think that's something that every American kid has wanted to do at one time or another. Explosions are pretty. Crunch. Oh man. Oh, right in the same place. Okay. um, hold on. Okay. Nope, we're back. We're good. Hey, look at this. He's going to crash again. Well, at least they didn't kill him with the Pepsi machine. That happens in movies now. Oh, whoops. Mm. Tom makes it to the church that's being restored. And end of Act 1. And of course, Minnie Driver, who was coming off of an Oscar nomination at the time for Good Will Hunting, of course. It's like I'm with my sister's kids or something. Water's rising. Mm. Mm. Well, as you are still sheriff and all. I don't know, Tim. I'm questioning how wrong he is with some of the things he's been saying. You know, just to go a little off topic for a second, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you. And conspiracy theorists aren't always wrong. They've been getting proven right a lot more lately. I mean, the lunatics are in the asylum. Maybe the patients are the sane ones. Yeah, that's a movie I'm gonna have to go back and revisit, Tim, is The Last Detail, and, if I remember correct, he got nominated for that. I think the whole cast basically did. It's one of those kind of movies. Um, yeah, good way to say there. There goes number 3. Do the Arches. A lot of people in this film were in a lot of good films. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there are not very many characters in this movie, but everybody in this movie has major credits. Um, ow. Well, Tim, without going too far into the plot, there's a reason they left him behind. Let me just put it that way. Of course, the pole is now jammed against the door, so yeah, he ain't getting out that way. Whoops. Yeah. Hello to Daniel's Hot Topics. Cosme link is at the top of the chat. You can join us there. We are 38 minutes, 15 seconds into the movie. This building is now the Titanic. Exactly. And our pal Christian Slater here is in a wee spot of trouble. What would MacGyver do? He would do this. Okay. Ugh. Ow! Woman, this is no time to turn squirrel. Kenny is played by Michael Gorgi, and you might remember him from Leaving Las Vegas. Oh, okay. Everybody must have been frozen solid doing this movie. Tell you. Uh, No. you screwed. You screwed up, Phil.
He ain't gonna say anything because he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, I had an issue.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm back.
Are they moving? Is their car moving? It's floating in the flood.
Yeah.
Their car's
It's by
floating
car
in
from
the
high
flood.
school.
They're being carried away in the flood.
Yep.
I didn't know cars float. Oh
Well,
shit.
the water's high enough.
Yeah.
Tim saying everyone got double pneumonia after this. You know, I know in Roger Ebert's review of this film, he was not a fan. He said he felt so sorry for Morgan Freeman. It's just like, I just want to get the guy some black coffee or something. But yeah, dipshit's back. Here we go. Go.
It looked like he was heading right to it. That's metal. He's gonna get fried. Ooh, he's cooking now. He's cooking now. Sorry, I'm sorry. That's just too funny. I was getting that Green Mile flashback. Holy moly!
Of course,
Oh yeah, this is
they've found Betty White's house.
the couple that were setting traps.
Yeah.
Those are some mighty traps, like bear traps and whatnot. Oh, shotgun. Betty White with a shotgun coming right at you. Go, Betty. Go, Betty. Hit your birthday. I don't know. Really, I don't care.
I was getting to that, Tim. Damn it. Wait for me.
They can't, Kitty.
They killed Kenny. You bastards. You know? And of course, for those who don't remember, General Schwarzkopf was the commanding general for Desert Storm.
You want to come with me?
he's thinking about it. Kenny, what gives? Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Fuck up. Yeah, that's right. Uh, mm. Plot twist number 1.
Ooh. Do we have a carnage counter?
That's 4. Whoops. Oh, shiznit. Plot twist. The bad guys are now the good guys, and the good guys are now the bad guys. What are you thinking, Wayne? What are you thinking? It's stinking thinking.
Hank, are you married to your first cousin? Yep.
He probably is. It's this guy. Yeah, that's the guy playing Hank is Wayne Duvall, and he made kind of a mini career of playing these kind of rednecky kind of characters. And Phil is Peter Murnick. You might remember him from Jag, where he played like a Russian sleeper agent. It was like a recurring character. Well, one would only hope. Oh, look out. Kaplooey! Hey. Quit side seat driving. Ah. Ow. Mm. Good. Pretty straightforward. Meanwhile, back at the dam that no one's watching.
Yeah. Have the levees broke? The levees haven't broke yet. They're getting pretty damn close, though.
Yeah, I'm going to take off to one of those islands where everybody goes. No witnesses. Mm. Which should be your first clue, dipshit. Okay. Sorry. Shh. Well, he got the point. Oh, nice effect. Stormtrooper aim enabled. It's pretty handy with that thing. Mhm. And there it goes. Anyone wants to Led Zeppelin now can do so. You listen to you. This is what happens when you abandon your post.
Levies, they're broken. They broke. New Orleans did not heed the warning. We still remember you, Katrina. The church, the church is on fire.
Rest in pieces.
Well, that's one redneck who won't be sleeping with his cousin.
Strangest episode of I Can Watch Loves ever. Yeah. There we go.
A tree just crashed through the church.
Yeah, this poor town just gets trashed, man. And the sad thing is, this is how it goes down. This is how it happens. And I'm glad I'm in an area where this isn't likely to happen. Of course, now we got Henry and Doreen up in the. How they got up there, I don't know. But there we go.
We love you. Still love you, Betty.
Well, here we go. The final showdown. Bam! I'm trying to live and let die. Already progress. Yeah, pretty much. He's tired. Yeah. Yeah, sure you did. Randy Quaid in Cape Fear.
Bye bye, cousin Eddie. Oh, he's got a little water pistol. Ah, that's the
Uh,
Die Hard the Die Hard moment.
yeah. Uh-huh. How many bullets does guns have? A lot. Yeah, fine. Yeah, just in the fucking nick of time, huh? Well, wait, what? Oh boy.
I think you can consult the scrolls. Consult the scrolls.
It's all right. All right. Hard Rain was released January 16th, 1998. Estimated budget 70 million, going on to gross 20 million worldwide. So, yeah, this movie tanked, unfortunately. All right. Filming locations included Huntingburg, Indiana, which is a real place, Palmdale, California, and Etobicoke, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. On to the trivia. All right. Jim says he used to work for the Johnstown Company, likely a reference to Bruce Springsteen's song The River, which itself is quoted moments later by Ray. Johnstown, Pennsylvania is most famous for an 1889 flood caused, like the flood in this film, by a dam failure. At the time of filming, the movie had the largest painted scenic backdrop ever used in a film. Was originally titled The Flood, but was changed because the filmmakers didn't want the audiences to assume it was primarily a disaster movie. Early stages of production, John Woo was slated to direct. In a 1997 interview with Empire magazine, Minnie Driver stated that she hated working on the movie due to the intense and continuous wet conditions. This was Richard Dysart's last theatrical film. A teaser trailer touting its original title, The Flood, was released months before its original May 2nd, 1997 release date. However, the film was delayed until January 1998, not only allowing for more time in post-production, but an overhaul in the film's marketing campaign. As the disaster movie had found renewed interest in the late 90s with such films as Twister and Dante's Peak. Paramount wanted to differentiate the now retitled Hard Rain from those focusing on new trailers by focusing on new trailers on action and crime elements. Hold on. Rather than the storm at the center of the plot. The initial trailer for Payback, another Paramount action movie besieged by long delays and post-production issues, were attached to prints for the film. This was the second movie that Christian Slater and Morgan Freeman have worked on together, with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves being the first. Ed Asner and Betty White both co-starred on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, although they share no scenes together in this film. Morgan Freeman and Mark Ralston previously worked together in The Shawshank Redemption. The morning after the film's LA premiere, Christian Slater reported to a Ventura City jail to begin a 90-day prison sentence for drug offenses, assault, and battery. He would be released after 57 days and enrolled in an anti-addiction program immediately after. Richard Dysart has twice played characters married to an actress from the Golden Girls. In this movie, he's married to Betty White, who was also married to Estelle Getty in Mask. Morgan Freeman disliked the movie and said years later after its release, "Did any of you see this movie? Don't. Just don't." The producers wanted to hire Oscar winner Jerry Goldsmith to write the film's score, but could not afford his salary. Christopher Young lobbied hard to get the job, and ultimately got it. The late jazz harmonica musician Toots Thielemans is heard throughout the soundtrack to give the film both a Midwestern sound depicting the area being flooded, which was a small town, and also to underscore the film as a Western with cops and robbers. The film was temp-tracked with music from James Horner's Aliens, which infuriated composer Christopher Young to have to copy as part of his score, as the producers and the director liked it so much. While the musical score was being recorded in London, several sequences were re-edited and the music had to be rescored for those new scenes. Christopher Young had to instruct his orchestrators and conductor Pete Anthony through a video conferencing to do so. This was a similar situation that occurred on another Paramount film, The Phantom, in 1996, where David Newman had to do something similar for his music, which was also being recorded in London as well. Director Michael Solomon was hired to direct this film based on his work on James Cameron's grueling filming of The Abyss, in which most of the sets were in underwater tanks, much like this film required. Many of the sets, such as the cemetery where Tom hides the money in, were actually water tanks with sets built within them. This appeared in a making of, which aired on HBO when the film had been released in 1998. According to the writer Graham Yost, producer Mark Gordon and he briefly considered this film as a potential sequel to Speed. The studio wasn't interested in a story so disconnected from the first film. They decided to move on with Christian Slater and Minnie Driver playing new characters instead of Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock reprising their roles. The film cast includes one Oscar winner, Morgan Freeman, and two Oscar nominees, Randy Quaid and Minnie Driver. Sam Raimi was considered for directing the film. Christian Slater's contract for this film stated that his body temperature should not be allowed to drop by more than 0.1 degrees. To accommodate this, all fake rain was kept at 1 degree above body temperature. Because of this, the film's heating budget was almost triple the special effects budget. Executives were so fearful of an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease while filming that they insisted all pipes used for water effects were fully flushed every hour. Technical crew tried to inform execs that the pipes were technically being flushed continually by the flow of water. It fell on deaf ears, and the resulting insistence to pause the production hourly made the movie go over budget by $50 million and completed 16 months late. There was no true risk of Legionnaire's disease. And that's how you tank a movie, folks, by making dumb decisions like that and not listening to people who know. Universal Pictures had an action disaster thriller very similar to Hard Rain. In development a couple of years before that one was made, it was titled The Long Rains, and it was based on a spec script by screenwriter Ken Nolan, which they bought in 1995 for $600,000 against $1 million. It was about a convict who, during a large flood caused by never-ending rain, escapes from prison along with some other inmates. He leads them into a Mississippi town, which is also heavily hit by the flood, where he intends to recover the money he and his gang stole during a bank robbery and take revenge on the crooked sheriff and others in the town who set him up for murder and took the money for themselves. And at the same time, a federal agent and his team are hunting after him and other inmates, all while the flood is getting worse and worse. The Long Rains, however, was left unmade, along with, interestingly enough, a couple of other thriller spec scripts by Nolan, which he sold for high prices, which were in development at one point. The first one was In Contempt, described as Die Hard in a Courthouse, which Nolan sold to Warner Brothers in 1994 for mid six figures, which was about a pair of married New York City cops getting a divorce in an upstairs courthouse, while in the main courtroom, a major terrorist is brought to trial. His men then attack the courthouse in an attempt to break him out, but the building ends up getting locked down, and they hold the judge and jury as hostages. And the feuding cop couple must put their differences aside to work together and save the day. The second one was The Quick Killing, which Nolan sold to Universal for $800,000 against those seven figures. The story followed a former mafia hitman who has put his criminal life behind him, but when he's asked to pull off one more job by an old associate, he does so against his better judgment and finds he's been set up. Although all three of these projects were left unproduced, those specs did get Nolan more jobs, including writing Black Hawk Down in 2001. Minnie Driver said during an interview in April 2024 on Jamila Jamil's I Weigh broadcast that producers told her not to wear a wetsuit while filming with rain machines. We shot crazy hours. Driver said, it's set during this massive storm. There were huge rain machines. We shot crazy hours. It was tough. Everybody else could wear a wetsuit underneath their costume. I was told by the producers that I couldn't because they wanted to see my nipples. That there was no point in having a wet t-shirt if you couldn't have what was underneath it. This is what IMDb is saying, folks. Take this with a grain of salt. I didn't see the podcast. Driver said she pushed back on the request, but was made to, quote, feel like an idiot in that she didn't understand that this is what's going on. Driver recalls, I then remember it being like, boy, people wouldn't speak to me on set, and I was so punished for it. It was leaked to the press that I called and complained about conditions, but it was as if there was nothing to complain about, and I was just complaining. It's this gaslighting, media gaslighting that's supported by the environment you're in. So you turn on yourself like, it's my fault for saying anything, you stupid big mouth, you should have shut up. Nobody involved with this movie liked this movie, folks. Which is too bad, because it's what it is. Jet skis or personal watercraft do not have headlights. Final body count 8. Out of the very few characters, there are only 5 survivors. According to Morgan Freeman, his character was supposed to die in the end in the original cut, but the producers changed it after a negative test audience screening. Morgan Freeman commented on his character surviving in reshoots. I played a bad guy in a movie, and they showed it to an audience, and we're letting an audience tell us what to do now. You know, the audience says, well, I don't want him. Morgan can't. I don't want him to die. Morgan can't die. And I was a thief. He should get some money. We went back to the studio and reshot it so that I didn't die and I got some of the money. He was. I get it. He was thinking crime doesn't pay, but audiences were like, "We like him. Let's let him get away." You know. he does the right thing in the end, I guess.
Yeah, it's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The flood actually does happen towards the end of the film after the dam finally gives way from the surging floodwater it could no longer contain. This was, of course, Gramio's original title for this film before it was changed by the producers. Hank is killed outside the Gaslight Grill, a real restaurant in Huntingburg, Indiana, where the film is set. All right. That's it. The scrolls are closed.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Yeah, it's a fun one. It's not perfect, but it's fine for what it is.
Yeah.
Daniel's Hot Topics is on my 38th birthday. Is on March 22nd. Hope I
Yep.
can celebrate with you guys. Well, happy early birthday,
That's a
Daniel.
Saturday. Looks like it's a Saturday.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Looks like it's on Saturday.
All right. Well, Saturday, well, join us for
2 weeks.
karaoke night. Yeah.
Oh, I might couldn't do a. Maybe I'll do something.
Hmm. All right. All right. So, folks, we did finally get to it. Thank you for
Yeah.
sticking with us on later than usual. Couldn't be helped. Real
Yeah.
life intrudes sometimes, folks. And so, yes, hard rain.
Just know that you're very much appreciated,
Indeed. Yes. Yes.
and we we're grateful to have you here when you can be here.
So I'll go ahead and thank all of you right now. FKHC 2005, Connie Cleary, Dark Woods Presents, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Daniel's Hot Topics, and we had in the chat Sofa King and Titus. So thank you for joining us in the Cosmere room.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, we'll probably be back next week because for the foreseeable future on Thursdays, we'll have to run them late.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking a little bit earlier next week, about 4 p.m. instead of 4:45. So that would be 5 p.m. Central. And I've got a whole bunch lined up. Let's see. There's no shortness of films that we have.
Okay. Do you want to do a poll?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do a poll.
All right. So, what are the choices?
Well, um, how about uh, Did we do the mechanic already? We did the first one, right? Did we do the first one?
Um, what, the Bronson version, the original Bronson version,
No,
or
no, the
Statham?
statement.
You want to do the Statham version?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't believe we have done that. Or,
Okay, wait, we can put the mechanic with Jason Statham, or how about Equalizer 3 with yeah, Equalizer 3.
okay. Okay. So we're going with one of those two?
Yeah, we can put it to vote. I think we thought we were going to put it
Okay.
in a poll.
Okay. The poll is up right now. The mechanic, the Jason Statham version, or Equalizer 3. Those are the choices.
Yeah, I've got no shortness of action films. Like I got Tower and Inferno, and I was thinking also the Poseidon Adventure.
I
Because that's a Gene Hackman film, and I have also I have Bat 21 all queued up and ready to go. But I was thinking maybe doing that in May, but if people want it sooner, then and did we do LA? Did we do LA Confidential? Because I have that one. I have
That's
that
a
one
great
in
choice.
the waiting. Yeah, I've got a lot. I've got a lot of good. I've got a lot of. I got a lot of good ones here, folks. No shortage. There's no movie that I can't get a hold of that you know doesn't take much effort to get that up there for you. If you guys have a suggestion, and I know Tim, you've got many, and we are. I promise you, we will get to those films, and maybe even you can help us decide on the day, because they're we have them and we're ready. So we love your suggestions. And yes, we definitely got more Bond films.
Oh yeah,
We got For Your Eyes
we
Only, Octopussy, uh, Casino Royale, the one with Daniel Craig. We can even do the older Casino Royale if you wanted that one.
all right, folks. The poll is up, at least on my channel, anyway. Please, please vote. This is for this is to pick next week's movie. All right, we got a vote in there.
I see
The
two votes.
choice, yes, the choices are the mechanic, the Jason Statham version, and from I think 2011, I think might have been later. Anyway, and also the Equalizer 3.
Yeah, to Mechanic was 2011. The sequel was 2016.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
those are the statement. powered ones.
All right. So, Bill, what do you have? What do you have coming up?
Oh,
Well, the
nothing,
people are voting.
nothing particular. I might do some surprise things here and there. We're gonna have karaoke again on Saturday night.
Right on. Daniel's Hot Topic says, sharing a birthday with William Shatner is so cool. Indeed. All right. And of course, later on tonight at about 11:30 or so, will be coming attractions. We can stick around and find out what's going on my channel for the next week. That'll be coming attractions at 11:30. All right, let's check the poll. And we've only got 2 votes in. I know we got more people than that in the chat. So, all right. Still got a few minutes here to vote before we close out the show. And we have 20, and we have 20 more than 20 watching. So at least on my end, and that usually means there's ×2 on Bill's side. So yeah, come on, let's vote for next week's show.
Wait, where's the poll go? The poll?
I don't see it on your end, Bill.
Oh, I thought you did it on your channel.
Oh, it's on mine. Yeah, it's on mine. Yeah.
Yeah, but why don't I see it?
You don't? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was there and it like disappeared on me. I voted. Yeah, I voted.
Oh, maybe that's why it disappeared. Let me see. Oh, that is weird.
It just went poof. It was there and then it's not there.
Because I'm looking at it on my laptop, but I'm not seeing it on my phone. So
that is weird. It was there. I knew it was there, but where did it go?
Huh.
This thing. What are you doing to us, YouTube?
Do you want to go with what we got?
I think Mechanic was in the lead anyway. So I guess it looks like the Mechanic with Jason Statham. Am I?
That's
right or wrong?
That's not what I'm seeing.
No, it was
No.
Equalizer. Oh,
Yep.
Okay, Equalizer 3 then.
With 2 votes in, unless you're seeing more. Let folks, before we announce, let me refresh. Let me refresh here real quick. Okay. Nope, it's saying the same thing.
Okay then.
All right. With 100% of the vote, Equalizer 3.
It's still a fun one. All righty, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming today, and we'll see you same outlawed Bill channel and deleted scenes channel, and catch you back next week. Mm. Be excellent to one another and party on, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right. And I would like to once again thank everybody for being here. I do want to remind you that if you are not watching this show live, you will need your own physical copy or find it on streaming. This is a Paramount film, so it's likely on Paramount Plus. This is my DVD copy, which is a double feature with Wesley Snipes and Drop Zone. I do want to once again thank everybody who joined us here today in both the chats. From HQ and our second home office in Arizona, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, stay out of the floodwaters, don't be greedy.
Don't drive through no washes.
Because this is how we win.